Hello, folks. What's up, folks? Can I speak candidly? So grab some shake because I'm going to make a very, very, very bold declaration. I'll let you guys come in. I'm ready. I'm ready to make a bold declaration. Come on in, guys, as I twiddle my thumbs and wait for my audience. Wait for Facebook to build my audience. Cheers. Cheers to 1 million followers. Cheers to 1 million. 1 million followers. I'm looking forward to speaking to you all this evening because I'm going to make a public declaration. Okay? Okay. I'm going to make a public declaration. And I'm going to tell you guys how I plan on doing this. Let you guys come in. Just kidding. I don't do that stuff. Here we go. I'm going to start with this. Yes, I scratched my bum. How inappropriate. I'm going to start like this. I have a very solid goal. I have a very solid target that I plan on hitting in 1 year or less. I plan on acquiring 1 million targeted followers on my Facebook fan page of The Wealthy Trainer. I plan on doing that. So before I do that and explain to you what my plan is, I will have you know I have no plan yet. I just know that's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do. Think it's an easy task? I want targeted followers too. I don't want just like any followers. I want targeted followers either in health, wealth. Well, when I talk about health and wealth, because my brand, okay, you can agree, you cannot agree, that's okay. I'm going to say it anyways. My brand involves two things, it's health and wealth, and there's a random section for random thoughts, life lessons learned, and kind of like the lifestyle section. My blog is kind of like a lifestyle lifestyle blog, and that's what the random life lessons learned and experiences and that section is for. So there's all the mindset stuff would go in there, all the experiences I've had where I've learned things from would go in there, anything. And so I have a random section. So all the health stuff, because it's a passion of mine, and I like to provide content on that. Even though I haven't done too much of it, it is a category. It's a pretty heavy niche, and I'm always involved in some way, shape, or form in some kind of health movement or product or the two things that matter to me actually is financial wealth and physical health. You got those things. Love is the other one that I don't touch personally, but if you have all those three things, you should be happy. Rich, famous, and fit. I say famous because that means you have a lot of connections. Rich, well-connected, a lot of friends, and fit. That's kind of what I like. It's kind of what I want. But I focus on health and wealth. Okay, there we go. Whoa. It's another ramble fest. I won't go on for as long. We're going to cut it off at probably 6 hours tonight, okay? I'm not going to go 8 hours tonight. So we've been on what? We got quite a few hours to go. So I'm gonna keep it short. 6 hours max tonight. 6 hours max tonight. People are like, is he serious or is he joking? I'm in a good mood. I'm in a freaking great mood. So 1 million followers. Let's start here. I am at, you know how many followers I have on my page right now? I want to make this declaration because it's important, so I'll get it out of the way. We are May, what the heck are we? I know we're Thursday. Thursday, May 21st, 22nd. What are we? Can you guys put it in the chat? I have to say it because this is the whole point of this. We are May 2019, and I have under 4,000 followers as we speak today. In May of 2020, I will have 1 million targeted followers on my page. From 4,000 to 1 million on my Facebook page. This is the declaration. This is dated. Okay, let me do it. Victoria Day was the 20th, correct? Which was a Monday. I'm going to count on my fingers. Monday was 20, Tuesday 21st, Wednesday 22nd, we were the 23rd, I'm going to say. Yeah, we have to be. I can do math. We're the 23rd of May in 2019. And I have under 4,000 followers on my Facebook page. And here's the declaration. I like to put it out there because I see Gary Vee do this a lot, actually. He makes a lot of bold predictions, and when they come true, he cuts up a video. So this is the clip of before. Now this is it's a bold prediction for a lot of reasons. I don't know how to do that. I suck at doing that. I have no clue where to start. So there is a lesson here today. If you're asking me how I plan on doing it, let me take a sip, because I really don't know how to do this. I have no idea. If I knew how to if I knew how to build up 1 million followers, I'd have at least a couple of 100,000 by now. I've had my page up for almost 5 years. And I went from like, I don't know, maybe 100 followers pretty quick. No, it took me a while to get to 100 followers, actually, believe it or not. When I was starting, no one's going to follow me when I started. I was in marketing. I was nobody. I'm nobody for 1 million followers. I'm not, well, that's just it. We're going to get into this a little bit. It's absolutely stunning. It's absolutely mind-blowing how, with the little followers I have, how much money I make. I shouldn't have said that. I always feel guilty. Why do I feel guilty about that? I shouldn't feel guilty. It's pretty crazy, because when I place an ad, it's got nothing to do with how many people follow me. So I was making money at 2,000 followers. I think at 1,600 followers, I started making a lot of friggin' money, because I place ads, and they're targeted ads, and they've got nothing to do with how many followers I have. Why do I want? If you're wondering, well, why do you care then? Because I'm really focusing a lot on audience now, more than I'm always focusing on money. But is that necessarily a money play? That would be a play with the big boys play, is what it is. All the big boys have millions of followers. And is it a social clout thing? Because people say, well, what is it? 3 to 5% are going to actually only engage in your posts, because Facebook doesn't show it. Their algorithm sucks. It's actually lower. It's like 3 to 5% are going to see your posts of your fans. So why bother following? Well, hey, 5% of 1 million, I mean, 50,000 people, it's better than nothing. It's better than having 10,000 followers. 1 million's better than 10,000. And also there are ways to make that work for you. And do I know how to do that? I don't, but I know there are ways, because there's a course on it by someone who's credible. And he uses his 1 million followers to do some phenomenal things. So if I can do what I can do with a little amount of followers, I want the 1 million. And also it's social clout as well. Big time. It's big time social clout. When you have 1 million followers and you know how to capitalize on them, because there is a real cool way to do it. Like I said, I don't know how yet. I'm in learning mode. I'm back in university, y'all. Not that I've ever left. I mean, I'm back in learning mode. But that's my goal, and I'm sticking to it. It's my goal. I'm not going to spend full-time hours on it, but I'm going to have to learn how to do it. And that's going to be the action of doing it is not the hard part. The hard part is learning how to do it. The hard part is learning how to build huge audiences. I'm sick of being a nobody, yo. No, I'm saying if you feel like you have a lot of value and you can help a lot of people, don't you want a big audience? I do. The time has come. I'm sick of having like low views and this and that. I do okay because I got like leverage companies like Branding YOUniversity that, I don't know, thousands of people are promoting my face everywhere, and also ads. And I capture them. And I capture them in custom audiences for repurposing. I have a pretty big leads list, but I need my social media followers to grow. I need to do that. They're okay. Some of them are fine, but they're not fine. They're not targeted. They're not what I want. I want 1 million followers. There we go. So how am I going to do that in 1 year? Okay, it starts like this. Whatever I focus on, I solve. Whatever you focus on, you solve. Whatever you focus on, you become extremely resourceful at. If you visualize something and you focus on it and you think about it every day and you affirm it, you're going to find yourself looking for the information for that specific thing. You'll always be looking subconsciously. It's called the RAS, the Reticular Activating System, the RAS. You can Google that. The RAS is basically the scientific term for, the scientific explanation for the law of attraction. When you do affirmations and you say, money comes easily and frequently to me. Yeah, you guys have heard me say it enough. I just said it this morning another 50 times. I don't stop saying it. Money comes easily and frequently to me. Every single day I receive huge amounts of money. I love money and money loves me. I am a money magnet. I am a money magnet. Sound like a singing, feel like Barney singing the kids. It should be a child's song. That should be a kid's song, actually. Body's moving, I kind of want to dance. When I do those affirmations, it's not magically coming from the sky because God heard me, and it's not really the way it works. The way it works is your reticular activating system looks for things to make that happen. You see all kinds of things every day. You know all kinds of things. The dots are just not connecting. So when you focus on something, like I'm doing this right now with the house, by the way. It's crazy how much my house that the place I'm moving into, it's frigging unbelievable how much is 14,000 square feet a lot? I'm not really good with square footage. 14,000 square feet a lot? I had a vision. I had a vision of kind of what I want my next place to look like. And guys, it feels like it fell in my lap, but like I envisioned the big spiral staircase. I envisioned like all the marble and the granite. I literally envisioned all that for a while now because I've been thinking about moving, upgrading my life. And it was so clear in my mind that I think I found the place. I think I'm taking the next step very soon to physically going to look at it and probably just make it happen. I'm gonna move pretty quick on it if I want it, and it's almost exactly like what I envisioned. And did that just magically fall from the sky? It didn't, because I've been looking at places for, I'm gonna say 3 months now, seriously, like maybe 4, maybe 5 months. And because of my vision, I saw hundreds of places I looked at least online, and maybe I was scanning past the ones that didn't have my vision. And then once the ones that had my vision, I'd pay more attention to those subconsciously, thinking, oh, they just magically popped up. The law of attraction is working. It's not how it works. The law of attraction is your reticular activating system is working. It's your filtering system in your brain. Check out Mel Robbins. She talks about that in pretty cool detail in like 7 minutes. I'm already taking more time than her, and she's extremely accurate. It's Mel Robbins. So I am, my point is, the house is like almost what I envisioned. It's pretty crazy. And that's because of the reticular activating system. I'm getting to the 1 million followers. For my house, or for my car, or for all the things that I'm just basically ready to go pick up. I'm at that point. I'm like, okay, well, what do I want? What do I need? What's my next step? How am I going to upgrade my life? All the things I visualized, those actual things are manifesting because I'm noticing them more, and I'm noticing the information to get closer to them. And in order to do that, I must think about them and visualize them on a daily basis. Why am I saying this to you now? Because that's what I'm doing with the 1 million followers. I'm very intentional about getting 1 million followers on my page in a 1-year period. As I sit with you today on May 26th, we said? 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Did we say, are we the 26th or the 23rd? Let me do the math again. 19, 20, 21, 20, 23rd. On May 23rd, Thursday, today. As I sit with you, I picture May of 2020. I can see my Facebook page. I can see the type of posts it has, and I can see 1 million followers. I can actually visualize that number. So I made this decision yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I made this decision because I was reading about audience building. I got to get my social media up, and I just started looking into it, and they're talking about how social clout plays such a big part for actors and for opportunities and for speaking and for whatever the heck you want. As far as mainstream, the big leagues are concerned, like there's the whole article, a couple of articles on actors, how some actors will get the role even if they're not the best actor for the role, is because they have a big social media following. And Facebook is Facebook has some power in that, in having it on your Facebook page if you know how to use it, like I previously mentioned. So I'm like, okay, I need to get this done. I'm going to get this done. We're going to focus on Facebook first, because there's a cool funneling process that if you have a lot of Facebook audience, if you have 1 million people, I'm going to use 1 million, that's what we're doing. If you have 1 million people following you on Facebook, you can, with certain strategies, redirect them to your other social media platforms, right? I don't think you'd say, come and follow me on LinkedIn, but kinda. I mean, you'd probably have to have some kind of lead beta. I don't know how to do it. That's my point, y'all. Why am I dry there? Did I bite myself out of excitement? Take another sip. Then I'm going to tell you a couple of what I've found out in 1 day. Hey, if I can find out stuff in 1 day, I can, and I learn, I dedicate, let's say, 2 hours to this every day. No problem. 2 hours every day to learning a bit more about it. What do you think is going to happen in 365 days? I will, in fact, have over 1 million followers, if not sooner, because I visualize it every day. I claim it every day. I'm publicly declaring it today when I know nothing. So as I move forward, you guys are going to see, if you go to my page, it may take me a while to get to like 10,000. Then who knows how hard it'll be to get to 50,000. Then maybe when I break 100,000, it'll start getting interesting. Because if I get to 100,000, I'm going to know what I'm doing a little bit. You don't get 100,000 followers. I mean, in my niche, well, my niche, they all have millions. That's the problem. Gary Vee's got millions. Grant Cardone's got over 1 million. Ty Lopez has millions. You know, so I gotta get millions. I gotta get 1 million to start with. So I guess my point is, if I can get to 100,000, if I can get to 100,000, I can get to 1 million. And if I can get to 100,000, I know what I'm doing at that point a little more. So it just goes beyond and beyond and beyond, because I'm not getting lucky. I'm strategically building my following to 1 million. Does it involve luck? No, I don't think. Well, in my case, it doesn't involve luck. In my case, I'm intentionally going to build 1 million followers. Does it involve viral videos? Would you guys like to know what I'm finding out? I've always had some ideas in the back of my head, and as I read material on audience building, okay, this is important here. I study every day. Every friggin' day, guys. At least an hour, I study stuff. At least an hour, I dig into a course. Do you guys know how many courses I buy? I buy courses all the time. I'm going to have to buy a ton of courses now again. And I don't not have to. I'm going to be grateful to buy a ton of courses again. Are they all useful? No way. Are any of them a waste of money? Yeah, for sure. Are any a waste of money for me and may not be a waste of money for you? Absolutely. Are many a waste of money for someone who's more advanced than me and useful to me? Absolutely. I just don't know. So I generally, do I buy them all? You know what I buy? You know whose courses I'm buying now? I'm buying the courses of the people who have over 1 million followers on Facebook. So no offense to anyone here, guys. Look. Maybe this will be a good tip for you. I've been getting a lot of messages because I put a Facebook post up this morning. That was this morning, about declaring it. I thought the post was interesting because I want to document it, but a video is much more interesting for future reference. So when I do make it happen, what if I make it happen in 6 months? Then I could look at this video and say, there we go. There you go again, Mark. I made a whole live on why I don't set a target date or a goal date, because it usually slows me down. My date should always be ASAP, and I am going in kind of with that mentality, but 1 million followers is a tall order. It's hard for me to believe I can do that in less than a year. If I can do that in a year, well, then I'm throwing a party in my new mansion. Who's coming? You guys coming? You want to come to my party? Who wants to come to my? It's gonna be fun. You guys can get all drunk. I'm not drinking. I could laugh at all you guys. The cameras will be on. Who wants to come to my place for a party? My million. Who wants to come to my place? Who wants to party with me? I don't drink. I don't need to drink to be crazy. Believe me. Who wants to party with me when I hit 1 million followers? Who wants to party with me when I hit my 1 million followers? That could be my party. That could be my millionth follower party. You want to do that? Who wants to do that? Say, I want to come to your 1 million follower party. Put it in the chat. All platforms. You're all seeing this. Put it in the chat, and I will actually, I'll probably take down your name. I'll put you in a list. Okay? Who wants to come to my 1 million follower party? Tonight's the invite. It's a one night only invite. I'm just kidding. I want to do that. I want to party that one up. I want to have a party with you guys. I never partied with you guys. And I'm much more fun sober. I'm way more fun sober. I don't trip all over myself when I dance. You get to see me really use my moves. That's something worth partying about. But then maybe we'll have a mastermind. That'd be fun. The 1 million follower party / mastermind, where I teach you guys how I did it. That'd be pretty cool. Who's coming to my 1 million follower party? Probably be in a year. I think it'll take a year if I work my butt off. Now I may figure out some tricks. I'm extremely resourceful, and I'm already pretty skilled. So this is what I find is happening. When you have a growth mindset and when you're always learning, like always, there's so much cool friggin' stuff that I do that it's because I hit the books. The more learning you do, the easier it is to learn. It's seriously, you could go through a book in a week and no problem by skimming through it if you read a lot of books. You guys know that, those who read a lot. You can, when you do a course and take action, you get good at taking action. It's not even a thing anymore. So because I educate myself so much, as I was learning some material yesterday and today, I'm like, I'm understanding this. I get what they're talking about, but I'm like, someone else, a lot of people would just be lost, completely lost. Like creating 1,000 variations of one ad. I'm like, I get it. I see why that would work. I see how that would work. 1,000 variations. And then I'm like, well, holy crap, that made so much sense right there to me. So a couple of things. If I give you tips right now, they're not validated. And that's what I wanted to say earlier. Just about validation. Am I buying all the courses I can find? I'm buying all the courses I can find that are for sale by people who have over 1 million followers. There you go. Yep, if they have it's easy to check out. Go to their Facebook page. Do they have 1 million followers? Well, then I'm taking the chance of their course. I'm going to buy it. Some are super expensive, like stupid expensive. Some are not. And so far, I bought a couple of expensive ones, and I bought one inexpensive one, and the inexpensive one is trumping the other two put together. So the only way for me to figure this thing out is to buy them all. Buy them all. I'll get some, but I did get something out of all of them so far. So in 1 day, in 2 days, I can share with you guys a couple of things. Would you like to know? I haven't applied them yet because I have to do some, well, actually, I don't, I spent a lot of money on these courses. I don't know if I should want to give too much away, but it's not that. It's just that when I have 1 million followers myself, then it's validated. I'm reluctant to share stuff that I haven't validated. However, I'll give you a disclaimer. This has not been tested. However, with my experience, it makes sense, and I didn't consider it. That a good way to say it? For those of you just tuning in, I'm talking about my vision of getting 1 million Facebook followers on my fan page, The Wealthy Trainer. Just look up The Wealthy Trainer. It's my cartoon face. I have under 4,000 followers today, and I will have over 1 million in a year from today, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So how am I going to do it? I'm going to buy courses, consume all the content from people in my somewhat, not necessarily in my niche. That's just it. Do they have over 1 million followers? I'm picking up on common elements. That's what happens. You take a bunch of courses, you're like, well, they use that same thing. So that's what I'm going to try because they're all using that and they all mention that. For example, testing 1,000 variations of one ad, one engagement post, one like campaign. I'm like, 1,000? But then once I read into it, I'm like, I understand. Would you guys like to know what because I take the information and I create my own kind of, not my own spin on it. It's not that I don't do exactly what they teach, but I know stuff. Do I think I could do a better job than they're doing? In some cases, will I do exactly what they do? I do find some little holes in their system, but who am I to say? So I have to do exactly what they do, and then I do another ad adding my little touch, So the concept of having, let's say, 100 variations of an ad, that concept of having 100 variations of an ad, that hit me this morning. I was actually giggling to myself. I'm like, oh my God, that's great. Oh, I never saw that. I never even considered this. Here's what they mean by 100 variations of an ad. you're never going to know which ad is the best performing. And when I say ad, I'm talking about a likes campaign. I'm a tester. I test ads. We're professional testers, but I've never done 100 variations of one ad before. I've never done 100 variations. I've never done 1,000. Now, what do I mean by variation? Let's say it's an image quote, and on the image quote you say, okay, let's start like this. You know what the most powerful thing is? No, do you know what the most powerful thing an ad can do, or a post can do? How high the shareability factor is. Organic shareability. I actually never really thought of that. Like, I don't know, I consider myself a smart guy, but I'm like, how much money can I put in the ad, and how can I scale that in a likes campaign? You can't. It'll cost you a lot of money to get to 1 million followers if you scale it. And that's what I was going to do. I'm like, okay, well, but a million followers is a lot of frigging followers. So if it's got a high shareability, you don't pay for that. You pay for it in learning, but it grows forever if people are sharing it. Look at Jay Shetty. It's all shares. Look at the shares. Virality too. It goes viral, but it doesn't only go viral. Yeah, it goes viral because people are sharing it. Yeah, same thing, I guess. For it to go viral, people have to pass it around and share it. No, that's not necessarily true. It could go viral if it's on the news. Then everybody goes to it one way. But and they don't share it, it could be on a public stage, and it could go somewhat viral. People could hear about it, like Gangnam Style. Remember Gangnam Style? That guy there, the guy there. What was his name? Thai? No, not Thai. The Asian guy. The Gangnam Style dance thing. They had first video to hit 1 billion views. That was not necessarily people sharing it, I don't think, as much as you heard about it. You're like, I gotta go check out that video because you heard it on the Ellen DeGeneres show or the news. So, but then maybe the shareability caught on. You see, this is stuff I'm not quite sure. But what I do know is that if you have a video or a quote or something, Gary Vee uses this. Look at his shares. It's all shares. It's all shares. People are sharing. So I never really never even considered a high shareability. How do you make something shareable? Well, you do that by creating 1,000 variations of it. And then when you go in your ads manager in Facebook, it will tell you which one's outperforming all the rest. There is no guesswork. And I'm like, what the frick, Mark? Why didn't you? There is no limit to how many variations you have. And when I say variations, I mean a variation may not be, it could be the background image that's different. It could be the color of the text. Yeah, all those variations matter. It could be, are you targeting to women between the ages of 25 to 35? If you are, then do another ad from women from ages 35 to 45. Same ad. And you're going to see which one's performing better for that specific ad. How many ones getting more likes? Make sense? So now if you have men and women from 35 to 45, what if there's one that is like from 18 to 22 and it's a post about retirement? That's a stupid example, but not really. It's a bold example in the sense that you never know until you have all these tests. And here's the beauty. You see which one, the market will decide which one's going viral or which one's performing better. It's got nothing to do with if you have a hunch. It's got nothing to do with a hunch or a good feel. I got a good feeling this will perform. This will get me so many likes. You have to test. You do need a starting point. I'm going to get into that in a bit if you guys want me to keep going. I learned this in one day. So that's important. But then you got to spark the fire. So you pay for the ad to take off, because you can't just put it on your page if you've got 4,000 people. A couple of people are going to see it. You got to pay it to get it going in the right niche. And then that's how you test with the paid tests. And then from there, some of them will just go and take off. And those you could reinvest in. Or just create look-alike ads. Now, it seems like a lot of like scattered information, and it is scattered, but I'm learning a whole new, I'm learning how to get 1 million followers is what I'm doing. I'm learning how to do that. So before that's even in play, it's a couple of things. How do you know what kind of posts you want to do? How do you know where to start? Well, that one's pretty easy too. Do I want to share this? Yeah, I can share this. I'll share this. You go to someone who's influential, who's got 1 million followers on their page. You go look at their posts that have the most shares, and you copy them. And that's not it. That's not going to work on its own. You copy them. You know what I mean. You mimic them there. Is that better? Is that safer to say? You mimic their posts. Now, this has not been proven. This is what my mind is kind of putting together with what I've learned in one day so far. You mimic them. You mimic the ones that have already got, if someone's got 1,000 shares or 10,000 shares, I'm not going to say any names of any influencers or any of that, but if someone's got so many shares are shares. Now, you can mimic that. Will that work? Not necessarily, because who's your audience? What if you market that to the audience of the person who got all those shares? Right? Right? Let's use a bold name so that I don't know, who can I use? Just something that's not realistic, like Kim Kardashian. There we go. Kim Kardashian's got some posts. It's like 1 million shares. Okay, so this is ridiculous. I don't know, probably 10,000. I'm guessing. I don't follow Kim Kardashian. I probably should actually. Actually, I will. I could learn from those posts. Well, I don't look anything like her. My point is this: if someone that is famous, we'll just use Kim Kardashian as the example. You find one of her posts, it could be a quote, it could be a picture, she may be posing like this, you may want to pose like this, mimic it. If she's got so many shares and that one got a lot of shares, what if you do the same type of post, and when you market it to people who like Kim Kardashian? That's probably a bad example, but not really. People are going to see you and they're going to be like, okay, that's not Kim, but she's kind of got the same style as Kim. She's doing the same poses as Kim. Is this like a new Kim? Is this a new person I don't know about? Well, let me go like the page. So a lot of people have made it that way, actually. A lot of people have, now that I think about it, a lot of people have piggybacked on other audiences by providing the same type of content, and I'm sure they mimicked what their most shareable content was. I'm sure of it. I see my brain is going as I'm talking to you fine folks right now. So there you go. That's another idea in my mind. So as I'm thinking up these things, I'm not going to wait around, yo. I mean, as soon as tomorrow's Friday, tomorrow I expect to, with what I've learned in 1 day, 2 days, I expect on getting a spike of 1,000 likes. I expect it. I probably won't get it, but I'm going to fail fast. I'm going to fail fast because once I get a couple of winners and I know how to build an ad, I already have some freaking crazy ideas because the people I'm learning from, the people who have 1 million posts and are teaching this, here's another tip that I'm going to use. The people that are teaching me how to get, millions of followers, and they have millions of followers, I'm taking their course, but you know what else I'm doing? I'm going to their pages and I'm looking at what are they doing. Whatever they're teaching is cool, but what are they doing? instead of looking at what they're teaching, I'm going to look also at what they're doing. Because one of the course creators that I bought, he kind of deviates from what he's really doing. And I'm like, that little bugger, he's selling like 80% of the information, but he's not sharing the real secrets. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't want to give it away. Because I notice some of the things he's teaching, it's good stuff. Don't get it twisted. I'm learning a lot, and I'm going to apply a lot of it. But when I go to his page, he's doing other stuff a little different, but he's not teaching it. So, for example, he'll have a Arnold Schwarzenegger clip at the beginning of the video. I know this works, actually. I know this works. I've kind of played around with this in the past, but now I'm revisiting it. He'll take like an Arnold Schwarzenegger clip, and for sure he's marketing it to people who like Arnold Schwarzenegger, obviously. And then halfway through the video, he pops in. Kind of like Jay Shetty does. If you guys notice, Jay Shetty's got his actors at the beginning. Jay Shetty's got videos that are, he's big on love and relationships, Jay Shetty. And then when he says, what to do if you've just got dumped, or if you just broke up, or you're a divorcee, do you think he's not marketing those to people who got divorced? You're damn right he is. So then he's got the story with the actors. If you go through a divorce, here's how to heal your heart. People are going to share that crap. No, not crap. People are going to share that stuff, obviously. People are going to look at it. They're going to engage. They're going to be interested. He's going to hit their emotions, probably because he marketed to divorcees. I don't know if you could choose that demographic in Facebook, but do you get my drift? And here's the most powerful part. The first part would be I will go back to the Arnold one. The first part would be an Arnold Schwarzenegger doing a bunch of quotes, and at the top he says, source by, he gives credit to whoever filmed the video. And then halfway through, he'll jump in like Jay Shetty, and he'll be like, so whenever you feel like you can't succeed, do like Arnold. Pick yourself up, and he'll give his own little spiel, but he'll capture the people in by showing Arnold, because he's targeting to people who like Arnold. I'm sure of it. These are the things that he's doing, but not teaching. I'll take another sip. So, you see where, like already, you guys got some, I believe you guys got some good tips, because I got some good tips. I'm excited as I'm telling you, because I haven't put these to the test yet. I mean, heck, Tony Robbins is all over the news right now. Some people like Evan Carmichael. Oh, I got a really sore throat, guys. I got a scratch. Maybe it's God telling me, don't share too much. Don't share too much. I didn't see any spirit orbs this evening. So there's a couple of great takeaways that I just gave myself today. I'm gonna have to rewatch my live. I just gave myself some good information there that I'm gonna have to review. Yes, maybe. Hey, should we work my mind? Should we work in my mind right now? Should we work together? Oh, this is what I want to say also. I'm into these ramble fests. It's fun. Once in a while. Something about credibility. For me, I told you guys already on this live, if you're just tuning in, I'm trying to get 1 million followers in 1 year. There you go on my Facebook page from 4,000. So there, that's what we're talking about in case you're just tuning in, since this is a live thing. Now, people have been giving me advice since I put that post up on my Facebook this morning. Like, oh, you know what you need to do, Mark? Look, I love you all. But I think I've just like 40 or 50 of you, and there's not even that many comments on the post. People are giving me advice or recommending that I do things, and they haven't done it themselves. Maybe? That's why when I told you, maybe should I be taking people's advice that don't have 1 million followers? Someone's very adamant. Hey, look, if you've got 42 followers on your page, I don't think you can tell me how to get 1 million, can you? Well, why wouldn't you have 1 million? Or why wouldn't you have at least 1,000? Makes sense, guys? And if you could recommend some ideas, that's cool. But if you're going to be very adamant and tell me this is what you need to do, or, it's not going to work, first you got to do this, then you got to do this, and you've got 42 followers on your page, I'm not calling you out. I'm not calling anybody out. It's just, it's going to be a little tip for you here today. It doesn't make you look good if you don't have results and you start teaching on how to get results. If the thing you're teaching on you don't have results in, well, then get small results on something small and teach that. No? Or pass on information to someone who's getting results and get an affiliate cut. Hey, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, for me, my audience building skills, they work for custom audiences. They work for making sales. They work for webinar invites, and they sure as hell work for email lists. But my social media numbers are very low. I mean, I'm sick of having low social media numbers. I know how to use social media, but building my social media audiences, some platforms I'm better than others, but I spit out my numbers. Okay? I don't tell people how to get 1 million followers on Facebook. I'll put it that way. I'm not telling you how to do that tonight. Tonight, we're hanging out, we're having fun, and I'm telling you what my intentions are, and I'm sharing with you what my theoretical discoveries are. But I'm pretty damn sure what we talked about already is going to be phenomenal. Okay, let's talk about immortal content. That I can back up. Immortal content, which is what I'm teaching on June 30th, next Thursday, in a week from today. I'm giving away 100 free courses. I'm selling that course for $500. It should be worth way more. What immortal content promises is to get you build your custom audience so you could retarget and fill up webinars and make sales and generate leads every day by itself. That's immortal content. Immortal content is when, instead of doing a live like this today, this is going to go into immortal content probably, or probably not. You're very selective with the content you make immortal because it generates leads for you every day. Could generate 2, could generate 40. So that's what I'm teaching because I'm credible for that. That doesn't claim to build your social media audience. Make sense? Capiche? Make sense? So that's my struggle, and I'm not sticking with it. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. That's my struggle, and I'm not sticking with it. So I guess another good lesson here. 4 more hours to go. We got 5 more hours to go. 4 more hours to go. We'll be on for maybe 3. Maybe we'll stop after 3 more hours. Okay, guys? It is Thursday, and I kind of want to. Oh, it's Thursday. Shoot. No, I'm gonna cut this off soon. I forgot it was Thursday. I didn't forget it was Thursday. I deserve a break is what I'm saying. Thursday. I want to... Thursday shiny object syndrome. I want to talk about figuring things out and being resourceful when you don't know how to do something. I have no idea what I'm doing. Like I told you, in almost 2 days, I'm starting to figure it out. And I am very happy with where I've come in 2 days. There will be days where what I try to apply it's not going to work. I may get 0 followers someday. Some days I may get a ton of followers. I'm just going to keep learning and keep plugging away and keep trying to figure it out. But I guess the important thing I'm telling you guys is that I have no direction. I have no leadership per se. My only leadership is I'm literally searching from nothing to find people with millions of followers that sell courses. That alone is a daunting task. People with 1 million followers generally don't tell you how they got their 1 million followers. Or they've been around for a decade. or they're in a completely different industry and they're Hollywood people, and that doesn't relate really to what I'm trying to do. So just figuring out where I can get this information is a friggin' daunting task. I'm buying a bunch of stuff, spending thousands and thousands of dollars. I have no idea if any of this stuff is going to work. So the lesson here is I'm going to make it happen, even though I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. When I started an online business, I had no sponsor. When I started in network marketing, I had no leader. Any of these things, I didn't. I didn't have an upline. I did not have an upline. I found somebody on Facebook and I contacted them. I was going to say the initials. I was going to say, no, I won't say it. And I just tried to figure it out on my own, did YouTube videos and ended up succeeding, but I had no mentor. But in online marketing, I kind of did, because I joined a system, kind of like an online platform where they would do like weekly webinars. And I was like, okay, I'm getting it. But I didn't have a one-on-one. I didn't have someone who brought me in. Actually, the first time I did it was MLSP, My Lead System Pro. Didn't know what the heck I had no friggin' clue what I was doing. All I knew is that I saw David Wood and David Sharp on the beach. And I'm like, what the heck are these? What the heck is this? They're on David Wood. You guys know David Wood? By the way, I don't know if I'll get into this. I don't think he's watching, but yeah, I'm going to tell you right now. You guys know who David Wood is? He's the inventor of Empower Network. He's a freaking legend, yo. That's all I'm going to say. You can love him, you can hate him. I love him. He's gone through hard times. So I don't judge people. In case you guys didn't know this about me, actually it pisses me off when people judge people. I'm going to try and relax. I got something to say about David Wood, because now I got to be careful what I say, because he's pretty friggin' outrageous. He's outrageous, man. He's outrageous lately. He's off the... Dave, if you do see this, I love you, man. No, respect for you is outstanding. I don't know what he built. I wasn't around when Empower Network was around, but I did my research. Empower Network was like a platform that he comes from MLSP as well. I come from MLSP. And that's why I got into MLSP, because him, Ray Higdon, David Sharp, they were all in that. So I was able to connect the dots. I'm like, if they went through that, that's where I'm going. Let me finish, because something really crazy happened yesterday. I was blown away. I'm humble bragging. I don't care. David Wood is a legend. I mean, he can be out there. I can be out there, but he can be like out there, and that's a compliment, Dave. I guess sometimes I cringe when I listen to you, because you're really freaking out there. God love you for just... I'm going to talk about his marketing. I'm going to talk about his business building skills. Dave, sometimes you do your thing. You do your thing. You're branding you are branding you, and that's for sure. But when you get into marketing mode, brother, like I'm talking to Dave. I don't know. You may see this, Dave. David Wood, if you see this. You tagged me yesterday, so here's my point. He tagged like 7 leaders in his live yesterday. He tags people like big leaders, legends. Like he'll tag, legends, Ray Higdon, David Sharp, Lawrence Tam. He'll tag like, I don't know, Tracy Walker. He'll tag the craziest leaders that have ever lived. And yesterday, I saw a thing, it goes, David Wood tagged you. I'm like, what? I go, and he tagged 7 people, and I was one of them. I'm like, that's frigging, he knows who I am. Like, I know, I know a lot of people may think he's lost his way. He did lose his way. I've lost my way too in my life many times, and I bounced right back. My point is, out of 7 leaders that he handpicked or chose, He invited me. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I don't know what his intentions are, but I was like humbled. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Now let me go back to me figuring this game out on my own. I figured this game out on my own to a certain point. I was getting back to MLSP because for those of you just tuning in, I'm talking about how I'm going to get 1 million Facebook followers on my Facebook page in 1 year, and I only have 4,000 today, and I have no idea how to do it. That's the topic today, and I'm declaring that today so that I could look back on this video in a year and say, I did it. You did it, you handsome devil. I want to look at this video and say that. So, in MLSP is another good example. My Lead System Pro. I heard Ray Higdon mention it. Actually, before Ray Higdon, I saw David Wood and I saw David Sharp on the beach. I saw them on the beach. I saw them chilling out, and they were playing chess, I think. Playing chess. David Wood had his long hair. I think David Sharp had long hair too. I guess it was in Power Network. I didn't think much of it, but I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, they're not making money in their pajama. They're not traveling the world. They're not millionaires traveling the world and working off their laptop. This is like the biggest scam ever. It's how the heck are they even allowed to do this? But it was real. It was real. And then later I saw Ray Higdon refer to MLSP. So the bottom line is, this is where all these people came from. And I'm like, what the heck is MLSP? And all it is, it's a training platform where people like me or anybody, I was teaching in there. I got to teaching in there. Then I started my own thing where I'm teaching and I'm training people to teach. Because all I had was the training. I had no one to guide me. I joined MLSP directly. I don't even have a sponsor. But if you take all the training, you're going to connect a lot of dots. You're going to educate yourself. And it took me literally, guys, 3 weeks. 3 weeks of full-time hours to generate one business lead. And it was fake. I love saying that story because I remember the first time I got one person fill in my friggin' capture page. I go, woohoo! Somebody contacted me. Somebody just contacted me. I did not have to go running around in a shopping mall. My mind was blown with one lead, but it was fake. But then I kept going. I got good at it. Got up to 100 leads a day in no time. If you can get 1 or 2, you can get 3 or 4, get 5 or 6. You pick up on patterns. You go from 10 leads a day to 25, 25 to 50, 50 to 100, so on and so forth. You're getting 100 leads a day. You're getting media attention. This is what happened to me. I got put on platforms. The rest is kind of history. It started like that. But look at the pattern here. Look what happened. I came in alone. I had no idea what I was doing. I plugged into all this training. I bought a crap load of training. Everything MLSP came out with, I bought. Some was useful, some was not. I got nuggets here, got nuggets there. A lot of it was on the free stuff, which is why I give a lot of free stuff now. My training is good, yo. I'm just telling you. Go into Branding University, dig into all that training. You have enough to make $1 million a year. But it's not the training, it's you. That bold enough for you? Because I got into the training, I dug into the training, and what happened? Like I told you, I went from barely being able to generate 5 leads per day. Then once I was able to generate 5, I picked up on patterns and I used that to make 10. Then, I learned a few new things. Then I was doing 30 leads a day because I learned as I was in the small numbers, and then I was able to use those skills and kind of overlap those skills. Just like the invention of the calculator. The calculator, folks, was just addition when it was invented. They could add numbers. Then someone added subtraction to the addition. So now it was dual function, had 2 functions, but the second person didn't create addition over and subtraction again. Then they added division, so then it had all 3, but they just added division. But now the machine does 3 things. Then they added multiplication, or multiplication came first. So now it's got 4 functions, but when the addition of the division was added to the addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Now this machine's got 4 functions, but it's not the 4th person that invented all those 4 functions, or it's not the 4th try. He just added to what was already known. And now it's got this 4-function machine, which is genius, but it's just because all the other things were discovered before. So I don't know if that is a loosely based parallel. So my point is, I pack onto my knowledge. So when I'm about to create these million followers, that's the process I'm going to go through. Same thing in everything I do. In the beginning, I absolutely suck. I don't even know where to look. Half of the research is finding the good information. Well, more than that. It's all hard work. But then once I could generate, let's say I could generate like 10 followers a day, or 100 followers a day, or 1,000 followers a day, then that'll become easier. I'll focus on how to get 10,000 followers a day. And that's how I'm going to hit my million. By just like I had trouble getting 5 leads a day. And then after a year, I was doing 100 leads a day like this. And I do thousands of leads a day. So it does pile on top of itself. And I know, and that happens in everything. You just got to stick through it and pile on what you've already learned. Does that make sense? So don't doubt me. I will have 1 million followers next year. For those of you who doubt me, I don't care. I'm just doing it. I'm letting you know, which is why I'm doing this video. I got pretty pumped up there, and I had a thought that popped into my head, but I forgot. You know what? We may cut this off after 2 more hours, guys, because it is Thursday. No, because I want to take a break. Maybe 3 hours. We'll go 3 more hours, and that'll be good. Yeah, we got to do at least 3 more hours. These things should be 6 hours a pop. They should be 8. People tuning in, they're like, is this guy for real? So there we go. That's my declaration, and I'm sticking to it. We're going to just rifle off the final declaration, and then I got to go and take a little break, because I work very, very hard, and I deserve a little break. So it is May 23rd. Let me check the dates again. Sunday was 19th. Monday, 19th, Monday, 21, 20, 21, 20, or the 23rd of May. Yeah, I'm just doing the math again. 23rd of May, 2019. I currently have under 4,000 Facebook followers on my fan page at The Wealthy Trainer. You can keep track of my successes as I grow my followers. In 1 year from today, that 4,000 is 3,600, I think. That 3,600 and something, I documented the number actually, will be over 1 million targeted followers at the Wealthy Trainer page on May 23rd, 2020. I give myself a year. Have an awesome Thursday, guys. We're going to cut it short tonight. Love you all, and I will see you all on social media. Bye-bye now.